way of the way of dealing of the white
That's
man.
white man's divide. Drop
In
it.
Latin, it's called his modus operandi. His mode of operation, his way of life. And the Holy Quran, chapter 7, verse 17 says, the devil said to Allah, I shall certainly come upon them from before them and from behind them and from their right and from their left. And thou wilt not find most of them thankful. This is a promise from Shaitan to Allah that he would come and attack the believing people, and he would come from their right, from their left, from their front and from their back, and he will cause the members of the believers to deviate from the Sirat al-Mustaqim, from Allah's straight path. And I'm here, we are here, the Nation of Islam is here to tell you that Shaitan has been successful in his endeavor to cause the deviation of the Islamic Ummah.
Yes, does that include Elijah Muhammad?
And that's why,
who had 6 children with women.
The most honorable Elijah Muhammad said and taught us about Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. That's why the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, 80 days before his departure, the Prophet Muhammad said, 3 generations after me, you will not be of me. The Prophet, who you claim to believe in, predicted the deviation of the Muslims. He predicted that the Muslims would deviate from his straight path. And so today, some of us think that following the Prophet means to grow a beard and maybe dye it orange or red. Some of us today think that to follow the Prophet means to use a mishwak. Some of us today believe that to follow the sunnah of the Prophet means to eat our food with our fingers. Some of us today believe that to be following the sunnah of the Prophet means to be wearing a kufi on our head. Some of us believe that to be following the Prophet is to wear jalabiyah. This is so childish. Following the Prophet is not about any of that.
Well, it can't be about
Following the
dressing up
Prophet
like snooker players.
It's about having the Prophet completely
You dress up like the
in
white
our
man
hearts
of
and in our minds, knowing
like
his
characters
mission.
out of Mad
And his
Men.
mission was to raise
How is
people
that
from a
Islam?
dead condition,
You dress like the white
raise
man and
people
then tell
out
him
of
he's the devil.
polytheism, raise people from crazy things that the people are doing,
You're
and give the
crazy.
people an
You
opportunity
bastards killed
not to
Malcolm X,
worship him,
the greatest man
but
you
to
ever
worship
knew.
Almighty God Allah subhanahu wa
Elijah
ta'ala.
Muhammad was
This
a
was the
bastard.
mission of the Prophet, and this is supposed to be the
murdering
mission
bastard.
of every Muslim on the planet today. But we are so busy as Muslims trying to tell other Muslims,
You're not Muslim, you're an
understand this.
aberration, a deviation.
In
You
Islam,
cannot be Muslim if you're racist.
in
And you
Islam,
are all racist
what we are
bastards.
taught is that when a Muslim
You and the
Any person-
KKK are like that. 2 peas in a fucking pod.
gives you the greeting in
You
peace,
big bastards.
you are to give back a better greeting. You are not
You're the
permitted
only black man in Hyde
say
Park
to a
today
man or a
who's
woman
suffering sunstroke.
who gives you the greetings of Assalamu alaikum. You are not permitted to turn around to that person and say, you're not a Muslim.
You're not a
That is
Muslim.
supreme arrogance. And this is why you have Sunni and Shia and Hanbali and Sufi
And the
and
Nation
all of
of
the
Islam.
other 70 sects at war with one another, playing into the hands of shaitans, who gives one side a weapon, gives the other side some alcohol, gives the the other side some other
So
treatments.
why did you have Malcolm X
And you
killed?
have
You murdering
so-called
bastard.
Muslims fighting and killing one another.
Yeah, you killed Malcolm X.
We thank
Remember
Allah.
that. Louis Farrakhan's a fucking
We thank
murderer.
Allah for the
Malcolm X
Chinese.
was 10 times the man that
We
Louis
thank Allah for
Farrakhan
the
ever was.
Chinese. Who, if it wasn't for the Chinese, who bought the Shia in Iran and the Sunni in Saudi Arabia together recently and caused them to make peace between one another, where before they were fighting one another on behalf of the West, fighting one another on behalf of America, fighting one another on behalf of the Europeans. This is how ignorant we have become as so-called Muslims.
Islam cannot be racist.
We in the nation of
is
Islam,
anti-racist. The nation of
We are new
Islam
kids
is
on the
a
block.
black-only movement. You
We in
are
the nation of
racist.
Islam.
You are not Muslim.
We are not a
You are
part.
outside of the Ummah.
We are not a part of that mess.
You are another mess.
We just came along yesterday,
You came along yesterday to make us
but we are
laugh.
very happy in saying to you that we know Allah.
Sure you do.
We love Allah.
Why do you dress
Allah
up like
loves
Bob
us.
Hope? in
Then you never
1930?
speak like this.
You may not-
Ever.
you may not
never
like it.
speak like this.
You may
I
not like it
challenge you on Quran.
because many of you
I feel sorry for you.
If you
Behind
know
closed
Allah, I
doors.
challenge you on
This
Quran.
hot
You like to
day,
call us
you need
kufr.
permission.
you
from
like to call us
headquarters.
non-believers.
Dress accordingly.
You like to mock black people.
The reality
And in many
is,
of the
you love
Islamic
white people
places,
so much
there
that
is
you
racism
fixated
against
about
black
white people.
Even during the advent of the
So
Prophet,
why are
peace
you
be upon him,
racist against everybody else?
Bilal was tortured and persecuted by the light-skinned Arabs. And the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, had to teach them and admonish them against their racism against black people. And so, don't think you can put the small-time stuff over on us. Oh, there is no racism in Islam. Shut up.
Oh, there we
We have
go.
experienced it.
So
We have
then,
seen
if
it.
you've
We've
experienced it, why are you black only?
And so,
You dumbass.
today,
Give us an example of racism in Prophet Muhammad.
What
One
part
example.
of racist
So today-
One example, we want
do
one
you not
example.
so
understand?
today,
One example,
our job
evidence.
is to expose the
Yourself.
hypocrisy
You
and
white
the
on the
lies that have
inside.
been told.
You white man
in
under that
religion.
skin.
If you
And to
had
say
a
to the
woman,
people
you wouldn't be here wasting our time
that
every
we
Sunday.
today must reform.
You need to go on Grindr or
The
somewhere
whole
and find
Islamic
someone.
world needs to reform. We are too arrogant
You are too
in
stupid.
that we think that we've arrived because we go to Jummah prayer on
Do
Friday,
you have to practice to be this
and on
stupid?
Friday
Or does
we
it
get
come
holier
naturally?
than thou. On Friday we walk into the mosque and we wash our feet and we wash our ears and our nose and we get holy because now it's prayer time. And we do our 4 rakas of prayer,
They just send money.
and then we leave the mosque and we go back to our off license.
Speak for yourself, you
We go back to our off license to sell alcohol to the people. We go back to our news agents with dirty magazines on the top shelf or even on the bottom shelf.
Fight the power!
We go and we light up our cigarette.
Fight the power!
We go and we suck on our vape.
You need to
But
spend
we're
more
Muslims.
time with Chuck D and less
It's so
time
sad.
looking in the mirror.
We are so sad. And I'm suggesting to you with humility that you are not on the straight path of Allah.
John Wayne.
And you have to reform. Because Almighty God Allah,
We're not listening.
He's in
Tell
power
us the
today.
weather forecast for tomorrow.
Almighty God Allah has raised up these black men that you don't like.
I love
And you
black
are no
men.
different.
I
You are
worship
no
Barry
different.
White.
You are no different to the people
I
before
just
you
don't like you. You're
who
rubbish.
attacked the
And I
Prophet
bet you
Muhammad,
can't
peace
even
be
keep
upon
bloody
him.
rhythm.
They wanted to murder him. They said that he was teaching blasphemy when he came and told them, I am the messenger of
finding
Allah.
out about the true
An
Islam.
angel spoke
Not
to
the
me
Islam that
in a
you
cave
teach,
and
but
gave
the
me
true Islam.
revelation.
After he
They
went live,
attacked
and
him.
he came back,
That never
and
happened.
realized
According
that
to
race
Quran,
was
that
just
never
something that's
happened.
invented in the head.
Told
According
them
to Quran,
that Almighty
he
God,
emphasizes
Allah,
angels.
spoke to him
God never
on the
spoke to
side of a
him.
mountain.
That's
Nothing
They attacked
around the
Musa.
Quran.
They attacked
No,
Abraham.
That's
They
wrong.
attacked Jesus.
You
They have
killed
attacked
Muhammad.
every
You
prophet
killed
of
him.
God.
Malik
What a liar.
Shabazz, not Malcolm X.
And so
Malik
we are not
Shabazz.
surprised
What a liar.
by
You
your
killed him.
mentality.
Yeah, you killed him.
And so-
you worship Elijah Muhammad. You worship some guy that was never ever found called Farad. Some light-skinned, God knows where it's from. And Elijah Muhammad, what was he?
These people,
He was the black Nation of
come around
Islam's
here
version of the
and they
Pope.
will tell you what the
Little
Nation of
kids,
Islam
women
believes.
all over the place.
But it's a strange thing
Shame on you.
how what they say.
Shame
we
on
believe. You never hear that. coming out
أعوذ
of our
بالله
mouth,
من
especially not in
يا الشيطان
ignorant
الرجيم.
There are people who want to come around here and they expect us to follow their religion. Please, I beg your pardon, with your
expect you to
filthy
follow
mouth
anything.
and your filthy language and your nasty attitude, and you think that you can attract us to follow you. You are living in a fool's paradise. We are a highly cultured people today.
He is the liar he is.
We today
Quran,
are following
Surah 6
a
verses
righteous man. That's why we don't
Why is
swear.
not an angel
That's
sent
why we
down
don't
to
drink
him?
alcohol.
No
That's why we
angel
don't
was
smoke
ever sent down to
nothing.
Muhammad.
That's why we don't
No
vape.
angel. He's a liar.
That's why we don't chase
Against his
other
own
men's
Quran.
women. That's why we don't
Against his own
chase
Quran.
other men.
He's a
That's why
blasphemer
today-
against Islam,
We are a people.
not even against any
Who are
other
upright.
religion.
We
Anyone
stand
believes
upright.
Some people
We say what we mean, and we mean what we say. We fear no one and nothing
for the
but
wisdom
Allah.
of Nation of Islam.
The Muslims
A
today,
liar. A
unfortunately,
liar on camera.
many
You're
of
a liar.
them, and in particular, in the leadership,
Muhammad never spoke to
bowing
God.
down
No
to America,
angel was sent down to him.
bowing down
According
to Britain,
Quran.
bowing down to
Yeah,
France,
sure.
bowing down to the EU. The Muslims today have been made into lackeys of the West.
I don't
We are
charge.
supposed to have the illuminated book, the Holy Quran. But here we are running to be in the West. Here we are running to come here to get scholarship from the West.
Good.
But we
You're
claim
welcome. Oh,
to
welcome.
have the illuminated book. In the Holy Quran it says they put the book behind their backs. This is the reality of the Islamic world today. We talk Islam from our lips, but we don't carry it into practice. We are lip professors. That's what we do today.
And you're a liar.
When you see the members of the Nation of Islam, you get so angry. How dare you black people stand up and claim Islam? You are not real Muslims. Oh, you are so sad. What makes you think that your deviation makes you a Muslim today? Especially going around telling other people they're not Muslims. In Saudi, in Iran, they were literally wanting to spill each other's blood over a dispute over the 4 rightly guided caliphs. In fact, out of the 4 rightly guided caliphs after the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, 3 of them were murdered by other so-called Muslims. What kind of a Muslim are you? Which one of those murderers are you following? You're certainly not following the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him.
Do you believe
And so,
neither are you. Yes or no? One God, creator of everything. You believe?
We're happy today to say that we are Muslims. You will not turn us back to your religion. And I think if you are really intelligent and you really believe that we're not Muslims, the intelligent thing for you to do would be to leave us alone. How can we be successful if we are practicing shirk, which is punishable by death? Allah will kill us. So why don't you, with your wise, smart selves, go and enjoy your Islam and leave us alone? But it's because your religion is so shaky. It is on such shaky ground that when you see strong Muslims standing up, because we don't do it the way you do it.
I challenge you if you're so
think
strong.
you can come and shut up? You
I
fool.
challenge you. I think
If I was to take up your challenge.
You demon, I challenge you.
If I
you
was to
demon,
take up your challenge.
you are a demon. I challenge you.
If I was to take up your challenge,
Yeah.
that
Then you
would be
learn
the equivalent.
something.
That would be the equivalent.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't want to
Let's
hear what
see
I'm
how
going to say.
humble he is. Go ahead.
If I was to take up your challenge, that would be the equivalent of me going and arguing with a Chihuahua dog.
There we go. That's really
how
Islam.
foolish would I look?
Look how humble he
How
is.
foolish would I
Look
look
how humble he
to
is.
go and pick
He's
an argument
Allah.
with a
Told him
Chihuahua?
to be evil.
It
That's
might make
pure
more sense
evil.
Can you
if it
stop
was a
shouting?
pure
Can you
evil
stop
right
shouting?
there.
Let them talk.
Yeah.
Can you stop
Pure
shouting?
evil.
No, he can't.
Stop
He can't.
shouting!
He
Stop
can't.
shouting!
He
That's
can't.
the
Let him
speaker's
He
corner.
can't.
Just shouting.
I can challenge
All around,
you.
he's just shouting, man. Cool, cool,
And
be.
so,
No, he's not Muslim.
You're not Muslim?
No Muslim.
reality is
Because a Muslim wants to
This Muslims only.
that today,
Okay, so he's not Muslim.
No, he's Muslims only.
He will never
He's
answer
this
one question.
Muslims only.
the black
You
man
couldn't say anything about Quran. Last time you
and
couldn't
the
say
black
anything about
people
Quran. Admit, when I asked you about Quran, what did you say last week? I don't
having
know.
to fight.
I don't know. Go ahead, tell public. Did
In
you say I don't
Africa,
know? Did you say you don't know? You know
try
nothing
to
about Quran.
extricate ourselves
Nothing about Quran.
Yeah, lost his money
from under the misrule of Europeans,
You're in Europe.
In the
What is the
country
matter with you?
of
That's
Niger.
Europe.
The black man in Niger is now having to mobilize his military and mobilize the population in order to say to France and America, we have had enough of your exploitation. We have had enough of your tyranny. We have had enough of your robbing and raping the African continent. And so, this is what is taking place now in Africa. This is what is taking place in the diaspora, in America, in Britain, all over the world. The black people are now rising up because we have had enough of being under the foot of other people, and we are no longer going to tolerate anybody looking down on us, treating us like we're second or third or fourth class citizens.
Well, the white
Today,
man
when you
built
come to
a
us
quantum computer.
with that mentality of white supremacy,
You
we
can
say
pick up
to you-
stick and stones.
we say to you, get